Yeah, there's not much help with finding a game to play. So I found one. It's under the psychological horror on Steam, which I actually really enjoy psychological horror games. I like thinking. It's called The Alpha Device. I have no idea about this game. I know it's very, very, very story driven. It's only playable with a controller. David Hewlett uh, helped with this game. Well, not. He did narration. Well, huh? What the hell? Oh. There's no like press here to start. It just goes.
It started with the stars. You'd have thought someone would have noticed the stars were going out, but only one person, Joseph Joubert, was looking. He found a super void, an area of space with no stars in it. Nobody cared. Now when he figured out the super void was getting bigger, yeah, that got people's attention.
Oh my god.
Fear is the great motivator. Within a decade, he's faster than light drives. He sent a wave of unmanned probes into the super void, trying to find out what caused it and why it was getting bigger. They had a long way to go, so all we could do was wait for them to report back. None of them did.
Hmm? This might be talking about the Bluetooth void. One thing I can say about this game. Whoa. Wait, what? Did I pass it?
We couldn't stand to wait any longer. Advances in cryogenics meant we now could take the best and brightest people and hurl them towards the supercomputer.
Just
So we did.
give him.
What could go wrong?
The world changes. Whoa. So if this game ever gets an update to it, apparently this is a VR title too. If this game ever gets an update to it, it needs to have better direction. Also, there's no way to make things straight. Where was it? I'm like right fucking next to it.
It worked. A signal came in from Commanders Alan Purdy and Andy Carolyn, two of the first pioneers sent out to the Supervoid. But it was just a set of coordinates. We didn't know what it meant, but we had to find out.
Another big thing is add texture. There's no texture. This is on the highest quality settings. Only there's texture in the fact of, like, you see those black circles? That's only texture, but that's on the model itself. That does do a good job of making it feel like...
Getting prep for the journey was tough. The journey? That was even worse. After what seemed like ages, our ship finally reached the coordinates sent by the two pioneers, but there was nothing there.
Oh.
Getting prep for the journey was tough.
Oh, okay.
The journey? That was even worse. After what seemed like ages, our ship finally reached the coordinates sent by the two pioneers, but there was nothing there. We didn't have a plan for nothing. So we just waited. We didn't have to wait long.
Whoa. Bull. I ain't doing that again.
One moment we're looking at empty space, and the next, it's completely filled with this massive, endless structure. Before we could react, it started to accelerate away from us. We followed, but it was too fast. We couldn't keep up, but it was pretty obvious where it was headed. The nearest star.
and the world changes and deteriorates. Now, like I said, this game was tagged psychological horror under Steam, but the psychological horror tab on Steam is fucking broken. Needless to say, this is an interesting game. It was rated very highly. It was very highly rated. Where did it go? What? Oh, you.
We caught up with the alien structure. It was orbiting the star, literally sucking the energy out of it, just reducing it to dust. This is how the world ends. We found our star killer, and there was nothing we could do to stop it.
Whoa. Oh shit. What? Yo. This is medieval architecture. Red glowing lines. There.
After decimating the star, the alien structure headed back to where it appeared, only to vanish again. Given the residual energy signatures, it had to be a wormhole. But we discovered an outlandish scientific theory about interstellar travel is actually scientific fact. So what's the first thing we do?
Go! Oh. That wasn't there before. Wait. Oh my god. I have to see. Is there a bomb to this? What the fuck? It's just Gothic architecture? Where did the dot go? Wait. How'd I... Oh. Eh. Well. This is Unity, potentially. isn't. I think I understand how it works, so. What is the camera's just an object? There isn't an object other than the camera. Much less you squeeze into tight spaces. You don't have to worry about getting your models stuck. Whoa. Okay, there it goes.
We survived the jump through the wormhole and arrived at a huge cloud of pure plasma. We survived the jump through the wormhole and arrived at a huge cloud of pure plasma. It made the swarm of star killers orbiting it look like tiny insects, keeping their slowly mass.
What?
This is what happened to all the stars. That scared the hell out of me. Why dump the energy here?
These triggers feel weird now. They feel squishy. See, this is the kind of camera angle. This was so close.
There had to be something controlling all of this. We tried to communicate with the Star Killers, but they seemed oblivious to our presence. And given the immense scale, the energy from this massive cloud should have fried us the moment we emerged from the wormhole, and yet nothing registered on our equipment. The answer had to be inside the cloud.
So you're gonna go inside the cloud. Roman arches? It's red. Wait. Out into the empty. Oh, no, it's not emptiness. But it's so far away. If you get stuck in a dark place. Pieces just scattered. Whoa. What?
Unless you're actually there, when someone you love dies, it doesn't register. It's not real. Our backup had arrived, and for a moment there was hope. With them came the news that everyone we knew, everyone we loved, was gone. A star killer had taken our son.
Whoa. It's just back and forth and back and forth. It should be in a straight line. Well, not a straight line, but like this game, it should have things in a more linear path than this. Because I just came from this direction. Go that way and coming back. Yeah, the architecture changes, but I'm nitpicking on a game that's mostly about the story. But also, it's just...
We found the body of one of our team floating in a sleeper, clutching a photo of his son and wife to his chest. Taking his own life. All our families and friends were gone. We had nothing to save. Nothing to live for. In an instant of grief, our mission changed from discovery to revenge. We were gonna make them pay. First, we had to find them.
Yeah. Yeah, find the obelisk. Looking for a green dot. Has anyone seen my green dot? Green. Pulsing slightly. Pixelated. There it is. Jeez. This is why it needs to be in a linear path. Cube. It's a cube, not a sphere. Well, that's a. It was a sphere. This is a one-off video, by the way, or a one-off, by the way. I have no intentions of playing this again. It's just story.
Using our two ships like radar, we bounced signals through the plasma. For what seemed like ages, we finally found something. It was a distinct shadow within the cloud. We sent in a probe, but it exploded the moment it touched the plasma. How the hell were we gonna get in there?
Oh, those lines. They are mirror lines. It's like next, this is gonna go up. Then they're gonna split more. So right here, it's gonna go side and side. Whoa. Damn it, where'd it go? Oh.
In the end, we counted 20 distinct structures in the cloud, each varying in size and shape, but they weren't connected. What if they didn't need a connection? We got here through a wormhole. Maybe you got to them the same way.
There are 20 of these things. Yeah, like that. It's just the camera. And basically, if you can fit your camera through, you can fit through. Well, the scale that it portrays is...
Whoever or whatever created this thing needed to get in and out. The portal had to be a safe distance away from the cloud. It had to survive the cloud increasing in size as it absorbed the energy stolen from countless stars, including us. Didn't take long to find it. The reason we missed it before because we were expecting something a lot larger.
Oh. Also having like some simple AI traveling around, some risk, that'd be nice. So as it is, it's unsettling, but like, it wouldn't even have to hurt you, just something being there would be
I was
enough.
the first to go. It's not like I had anything to lose. I had to go and hunt down whatever was responsible for my wife and son's death and make them pay. It wasn't large enough to send the ship, so we got into EVA suits. Stepped through.
Yeah, it's human-sized. Yeah, like right here, this
I
is
made a
perfect.
rookie mistake. The transition was so fast I barely registered the room I materialized when the next guy came hurtling through, slammed me into the far wall. Forced the impact, knocked me right out. My faceplate was smashed. I should have been dead, but I was alive and breathing.
Similar atmosphere. Guess on that plane. Oh. Jesus.
None of this made sense. We explored every inch of the place but found nothing. We were completely alone. We'd come so far, but we were no closer to finding what the hell it was all about. Even revenge, which had driven us this far, was losing its edge.
Ooh. It's interesting. You can go diagonally, but you can't go from side to side, which is messing with me. Yeah.
Everyone else gave up. Not me. I was gonna find whoever was responsible. I came across another portal. It wasn't on, and that's why they missed it. It was clearly the same configuration as the one we entered. Activating it was easy.
Yeah, it's just an alien portal. From quite literally a Type 3 civilization. Which is a civilization that has started harnessing energy from, well, it'd be more like a Type 2, but very close to Type 3, which is a civilization that has harnessed the energy, or that is harnessing the energy of the whole universe. No, that's Type 4. Holy shit.
Every portal found led to another deserted structure, but there was no way I was giving up. I had to keep going. I had to find something. There had to be an answer. If there wasn't, then she died for nothing, and I couldn't accept that. Whatever these structures were, they were old. Very old. Entropy had kicked in some places. They collapsed. And one we actually had to dig out the portal before activating.
Everything's the same in this place. It's really jarring. There it is. Rolling through the twisted scrap. Bonk. This is where a cube once was. Wait, the cubes are in. There's that circle, or there's that blue again. And again. Like, is that my eyes playing tricks on me? Because of all the red? Jesus.
There was no signs of life, only signs of age. Even my drive for vengeance was being eroded away by the very real possibility that whoever built this thing may have died long ago. If that was true, then the only thing left to do was to find a way to shut down the entire structure and stop it destroying more stars. With nowhere else to go, there was a sense of irony that this may very well become our new home.
I like these buttons. The A, B, Y, and X buttons on this controller are mechanical. Makes such a nice sound. What? Right there. Holy shit. Fucking hell. You're not supposed to be able to do that. Okay. I'm actually getting a little bit motion sick from this. Just a little bit, which is weird because I don't get motion sick. But that fluid fucking camera animation is actually screwing with me.
always imagined that the first contact with an alien race would be some grand event. Instead, they just stumbled into our group. I'm not sure who was more shocked. It was like a dream. I saw my hand reaching up, my gun, my finger pulling the trigger. The alien toppled backwards and hit the floor. It's dead. I probably just killed the best chances to get answers, but I didn't care.
Huh. Welcome to Red World.
I always
Population.
imagined that the first contact with an alien race would be some grand event. Instead, it just stumbled into our group. I'm not sure who was more shocked. I'd always imagined that the first contact with an alien race would be some grand event. Instead, it just stumbled into our group. I'm not sure who was more shocked. It was like a dream. I saw my hand reaching up, my gun, my finger pulling the trigger. The alien toppled backwards and hit the floor. It's dead. I probably just killed the best chances to get answers, but I didn't care.
No. Yeah, that place right there will kill the player. There. I thought that was a smiley face for a second. Like, excuse me?
The alien had the same basic physiology as us. 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, and its skin was a different pigment. The most striking familiarity was the eyes. They could have been our eyes. That was scary. I mean, we were related in some way. Then it started to breathe again.
Is it us? Are humans a super self-destructive race that advances insanely quickly? What is it? Or are they gonna throw me for a loop? I would enjoy that, actually.
I shot the alien in the head. How the hell was it alive? The group got really twitchy and close to pumping more bullets into the thing when it started to move, but it wasn't doing much, just raising its hands to where I shot it. It's understandable, really. It's gotta hurt.
Also, maybe amp up that volume. Make it... Oh, that's so cool. Amp up the volume, make it sound like it's like the structure is just moving. This motherfucker is massive. This thing is just ungodly huge. When it started out, there was only the floor. You start out above all
Fear on his
this.
face or anger, but like he was getting ready to speak. I didn't want to risk shooting it again, so I put the gun down. The alien concentrated its gaze on me, which was really unnerving. And then it spoke.
That's not right there I'm talking about. Like, just increase the volume of that. Add in something that moves in here. Because as it is, it's just dead, lifeless, creepy. Which I get, I know that's what you're going for, but maybe one or two things will occasionally move and freak out the player. Even if they're just small spheres.
The speed at which the alien picked up our language was staggering. It mastered the basics and was able to communicate enough to ask for water, which we gave him. I realized that I was beginning to feel concern for the very creature that may have been responsible for killing everyone I cared about. And that wasn't right.
So it's not human. I need a lower chair, I think.
This was clearly a very intelligent being. When the team seemed relaxed around it, teaching it how to talk had become almost a game. But I'd had enough. This thing had obliterated our world and was sitting there laughing with us. I lost it, started ranting about how everyone we knew, everyone we loved was dead, and it was this thing's fault.
Fair enough. Now, this structure had better actually change into something, or I'm actually going to be a little bit upset, because the way it's moving and the way it's doing stuff, I don't see it doing anything. Which, I mean, there's no learnable pattern. He's just moving to move.
I really hadn't expected to see a look of horror on the alien's face. And it really caught me by surprise. It looked at me with such sadness. And it started to speak. My surprise turned to anger again when the alien told us that no life should have been harmed. I mean, the Starkillers were built to recognize it, to back off, to leave it alone. Well, that clearly worked, didn't it?
Man is rightfully upset. Rightfully upset. This is an unnerving game. It's actually quite long, too.
The alien called it the Alpha device. It was designed to contain energy, and then when a critical point was reached, it would release it all into a single point in space where it would rapidly expand. He was talking about recreating the Big Bang. Not the small experiments we did in particle accelerators back home. No, it was going to be like the one that created everything, using all of the energy in the universe to do it.
But that requires energy that is absorbed by planets. So that wouldn't work. Also, leaving life alone would kill it too. Restarting a Big Bang would kill all life as well. And Jesus Christ. So just wander. Wow. And that is a big issue, is that there's no in-between angle here. It's always askew. What? Whoa. Untouched cube. Let's go inside of it. No, no. I will do as I please. Aha! Oh, where is it?
I couldn't get past how ridiculous.
Right in front of my
it
face.
seemed. Did the alien have so much contempt for life that it wanted to end it all, including its own? It had the gall to turn to me and say that setting off a Big Bang was nothing to do with destruction, just everything to do with creation. And then it sealed its own fate and said there wasn't meant to be any life left.
Leave it alone. Why recreate? That is way too bright. I need to work. I need to get used to that.
According to this alien, when all life comes to a natural end in the universe, it sets off a chain of events that leads to the evolution of a single immortal being in a species called humans. The sole purpose of this immortal being, this human, would be to reboot the universe so that the cycle starts again.
I know it.
The human claimed that this had happened millions of times already, and always with the same immortal who retained some memory of it each time. To top it all off, the alien then claimed it was this immortal being, this human. unable to die until a force with the magnitude of a Big Bang occurred.
What it is I'm not human. What the hell? Okay, there it is. Is that a hint? No, because they mentioned Earth.
Something snapped in us all. I'm not proud of this, but being told why our wives, husbands, and children had to die in such a cold, calculating way, well, let's just say we tested this human's claim of immortality. If this insane story was true, it meant there would be no stars out there. The only place to survive would be the Alpha device.
They're talking about humanity. So... Ow, but they're talking about humanity. And this thing is a human. This is going on 1 hour. Jeez. It's actually a really good game. It's actually a really lengthy game. I mean, most of it is.
There was just no way we could let this thing carry through with its plan. We were also painfully aware that we weren't immortal. So there would come a time when there would be none of us left to stop activating the final explosion. Big Bang. So what could we do?
But here's the issue. This is one possible explanation for how the Big Bang started. But what was the initial one? What caused the original Big Bang? Singularity is not a theory, it's basically proven at this point. But knowing what it was like, I'm going through this. That's not what I meant. Oh. Box in the open scares me.
During one of our attempts to kill the human, we discovered that we could wipe its memory for a short amount of time. The memory would always come back, but for a few days, it had no idea who it was or where it was.
That was actually kind of an important part that you decided to admit there, sir. Short burst of electricity could short its memory for a few days. Well, that doesn't work with humans, though. Electricity just kills us.
This human would outlive us. It was immortal. We weren't. The only thing we could do was wipe its memory for a few days at a time. What if we could build a system that after those first few days, it would reapply the memory wipe? The human would be trapped. It could never activate the Big Bang. It would be a prisoner in its own creation forever. We had a plan.
An effective plan. The Star Killers are autonomous. That wouldn't save anything. It would just make it endless. Solid do. Star Killers would start searching for plasma. Or not plasma, they'd start searching for sources of hydrogen and helium. Not just in stars, but in planets too. Then truly the planets would die. If they could harness a black hole. Here's the thing, if you can harness a black hole's gravitational power, you've won. You've won the universe.
Have you figured it out yet? It's you. Your last words to me were that immortality has a price. Well, yeah. In your case, that price is to be imprisoned and to feel our pain and suffering forever. You killed them. So I'm going to remind you every time of what you did to let you know your crimes and your punishment. I'm going to let you get so close to finishing your objective, and then I'm going to take it away from you, just like you took my wife and son away from me.
This is potentially centuries later. I'm going through.
Want to know the best bit? This is pure genius, even if I do say so myself. You were so much smarter than us, even with your memory wiped. So all we had to do was convince you that you were one of us and help create the prison. We convinced you to create a device, the caretaker unit, that would let you get so close to setting off the Big Bang and then wipe your memory just before you can. You did it. Probably your finest achievement. You should be very proud.
Ugh. Out in the open.
Telling you the story of who we were and where we came from, that was my idea. It was designed to make you feel some empathy. I wanted you to believe that you were one of us, to know what it was like to have everybody taken away from you in such a stupid, pointless way. To make the story a bit more personal to you, and with your help, we looked inside your mind, picked out names of people you knew, people who mattered to you.
What a horrible man. There it is.
Did you feel the pain of losing everyone you knew and loved? I really hope so. least you got to say goodbye. They knew you were living on to create this monstrosity. Everyone I knew died thinking I failed to stop you. Failed to save them. And they were right. So you get to suffer for them. A payment of what you did to them and to atone for my complete failure to stop you in time.
It's only one section. Oh, this is one speed.
I may be dead, but I died knowing that you're living through this over and over again. You'll get to experience the grief and utter hopelessness that I felt when I finally learned your true nature. I don't care that you didn't even know we existed. It's no excuse, ignorance. Really, it isn't. You should have tried harder to see what else you were destroying. You should have found out how many other countless lives you were obliterating in your arrogance.
Hell. Hell. That's what this is. This would be hell. Oh, that didn't help. Everywhere you look. Yeah, it's bad when you have to start literally searching through the entire, everything.
So this is it. My final message to you before your mind gets wiped and you have to do it all over again. Goodbye. I'd say we wouldn't speak again, but from your point of view, we will. I mean, you're going to experience this over and over again forever. You know what? To show you I'm not totally cruel, I'll give you a few minutes before your memory gets wiped. Make the most of them. Reflect on what you've done.
How was the alpha device? Look at this. This is the impressive scale of this game. The red line's always there. And then it loops. It loops. Damn it. That is a game. It's not very scary like I thought it might be. But it's a decent story. It's not the best in the world though. I didn't expect that from a free Steam game. It's a good story. I'm not gonna lie. It kept me entertained for about an hour. Free on Steam. It's an experience, definitely. Something that'll calm you down, Jesus. Anyway. That'll be it for this stream. I'm actually gonna upload this to YouTube. Bye.